Hey, what's up, you guys? It's MCLegoboy here with Series 2 of the Microfighters, and we are going to be reviewing these in pairs. So we're going to start with these two, we're going to move on to these two, and then we're going to move on to these two. So now that that is out of the way, on to today's review. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's MCLegoboy here with 75076 Republic Gunship and 75077 Homing Spider Droid. 105 and 102 pieces of Lego Star Wars awesomeness. So here we are, final two Microfighters of the second series of Microfighters. Yeah. I have no idea if they're going to be doing a Series 3, and if they are, makes me wonder what kind of ships they're going to be using. Part of me would actually kind of like to see an ATTE versus a Hailfire droid. Only because, you know, I mean, that's what I've got in mind, you know. And either that or it would be a Geonosian fighter, and we'd finally get to see what a Geonosian would look like in the Saga version, not the Clone Wars version. Probably still use that same head, but, you know, it'd look a little different. And yeah, really. The Gunship was also one of the sets that I saw and was like, okay, that's really cool. Like, with how chibified that they made it, because, I mean, like, engines stuff, you gotta make them really big, you gotta make wings either really short or really fat and stuff like that. The body needs to be squished and stuff, and it's just kind of just right. So maybe you know, hopefully just based off of pictures alone I'm correct, but you know. Anyway, let's get on to our usual business, where aside from the box coming a little mangled, we try to preserve the boxes as best we can without punching holes into them and causing like giant rifts and stuff like that. So kids, do not play with knives. Get yourself an adult present if that is the case. If you are not responsible with the knife, ask a parent to do this for you. All this is doing is just cutting the glue along the sides where there is glue, so that you can try to keep your box as nice as possible if you would like to keep the box. And I'm only doing it for this first one. That one didn't turn out as well as it could have. At least not right there. So, but your set comes out perfectly fine. Nothing really wrong here. I mean, you see like a little bit of stuff there, but relatively, your box is fairly decent, aside from the already pre-crumpling that has already happened to it in the box that it was shipped in. Why was there not given more care? I don't know, but, you know, still, better looking box. So, yeah. And I'm not going to do it for this one. You guys already know how it's done with this, so, yeah. Our next section of the review will be just reviewing the sets, so let's do it. So, with the completed models, I would say that this one is better. However, this one comes with more interesting pieces. So, just kind of putting that out there. So we're going to start with the Republic Gunship. And what we get is a clone pilot, and many of you probably got this in 2013. With the Gunship and the ATTE. I think those were the two that came with this guy. I don't know, but yeah. And it does make me wonder, like, how long is it going to be before we get a clone pilot and gunner with the same helmet design to where it's like this smooth helmet design or something like that, because I mean, it's just making me wonder. And it's like, what if at some point they came out with a Republic Commandos set or something like that? What would they do with the helmets? Because I mean, like they don't have the fin. The gunship, not the gunship. The gunners don't have the fin. The pilots don't have the fin. The commandos don't have the fin. Like, it makes me wonder, because I know that there are like a number of hair pieces, and I think even like helmets and stuff like that, to where there's like one little change, and it gets its own piece. But yet clones, like, they don't get their own helmet design when it comes to the type of clone that they are. Now, clearly there are some where it's absolutely ridiculous, to where it's like such a minute change to where, yeah. But I mean, like, these guys, they don't have a fin, and there are enough of them out there that it would probably be beneficial to not have a fin on some of these guys. I don't know. Just saying. But yeah. And I'm not even sure how in focus any of that was in, but that's what it looks like. It's a cool looking design. So yeah. And just kind of show you guys some of that detail on the helmet. It is a Republic cog, and it's got 8 points. And I bring that up because right there, Republic cog, 6 points. Now, in episode 3, it has 6 points on it. You even see in the Clone Wars on a few things, it's 6 points. The closer you get to episode 3, so like seasons 5 and the Lost Missions, 6-pointed Republic cog, 8-pointed Republic cog was definitely in episode 2 and carried on in the Clone Wars for a while. So, what they're saying is that we've got an episode 2 guy piloting a ship from the future. Dun dun dun. I don't know, man. I mean, like, is it all that important? No, but since there was a 1x1 tile with the 8 cog on it, it kind of bothers me that it's not there. But at the same time, whatever. And, good looking design for a chibi model. I think it works. Really surprised me that they didn't put the back gun on here. And I guess that's where we were supposed to put the gun. I don't know. Like, I've put it like that. I don't really like it like that. I've put it like that, and I kind of like it. And I've put it like that, and I like it. And it feels more like a gun when it's like that instead of the other way. But you do get an extra antenna, so you could just throw it back there anyway if you really needed to. But, I mean, it's not that big a deal, but still. Missile detail, 1x1 with 1 stud on the side slopes in lime green. And, yeah. But, I mean, for the most part, they're all pieces you've seen before. But, yeah, I mean, still, it's still a good model. I like it. It definitely has the chibi factor going. So, yeah. I would still say that the ARC 170 did it better, though. So. And then we move on to the homing spider droid. And again, we've got a droid piloting a droid. Doesn't really make much sense at all. But you know what? Whatever. And really, I think the one thing that I have to complain about with this is that the Top Gun is missing because the droid is in there. So, but I should probably expand on that after I talk about the droid. And really, if you've seen a battle droid, you're not missing out on much other than it being in a different color. But this is my first time seeing it in the dark orange. I'm used to seeing it actually in sand red when it comes to the episode 2 droids. So this is my first dark orange episode 2 droid. And when you look at episode 2, they're really more actually kind of that sand red color, so.
Die, Jedi gods! What did I say?
It makes you wonder why the guys over at LEGO choose the colors they do. But, you know, not really complaining all that much. So, very unique design. I like it. Good number of some usable Technic pieces, and just for like greebling and stuff like that, if that's what you're into. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, who isn't into greebling? Greebling is fun. Crazy looking flick fire missile, but yeah, like that Top Gun, it's supposed to have a bigger one up here. It's like, what if the droid was attached to a gun, like he was controlling this giant gun that was on the top of this? I think that could actually work. However, we're already pushing over 100 pieces on this set, so maybe it's best to not worry about that. I don't know. And you got these nice pieces as well. You get 8 of those, so very cool. And there's also this giant brown 2x4 tile. Just pointing that out there. So, comes with interesting pieces, and of course, like, everything is in a multiple of 4. Just about everything is in a multiple of 4 on this set, so if you like getting multiples of the same piece, this is the set for you. Totally worth the price too. It's like 102 pieces or something like that, and this one is 105. I don't know. Boxes are out of visual range again, so you know. But yeah, I mean, like this guy, tons of pieces. This one, some usable pieces as well. But yeah, like, of the two, I would definitely choose, like, this one over this one, but, I mean, this one is, like, very, like, just slim chance of, or not slim chance, but, like, just barely gets pushed out of the way. I mean, it's still a really good model, and it's a fun design. I mean, like, have this thing kind of going all crazy, trying to run and stuff. It's a little weird with kind of, like, the little hints of blue and stuff, but, yeah, whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's stuff that you can't really change all that much. So, anyway, this has been MCLegoboy with 75076 Republic Gunship and 75077 Homing Spider Droid. See you guys.